What's up, coach? Welcome back to a new episode. So if you're watching this video, then you might be great at coaching, but you are spending more time chasing schedules, answering messages, and planning sessions than actually coaching yourself, right? So if you're a private soccer coach running a business, you're currently feeling overwhelmed, then this episode is going to show you how to get your time back, how to become more organized and essentially deliver an outstanding experience for the clients and players that you serve. So what you're going to learn in this video is essentially the hidden cost of being a busy private soccer coach. So every single day I work with coaches, every single week I speak with new coaches who are looking to get help with their business. And something a lot of them misunderstand is the hidden cost of being a busy coach. So sometimes being fully booked, even though it is an advantage to your business because you're working with more players, you're working with more clients, and you're extremely busy, but sometimes it doesn't always mean that you're running an efficient business, right? Many coaches that I work with lose 10 to 15 hours every week on endless WhatsApp messages back and forth with parents, rearranging missed sessions, creating training plans from scratch, managing payments, chasing up on payments, doing administrative tasks that take up a lot of the time. And essentially what it is the goal isn't to work harder, but it's to actually to build a system that works for you. So what I'm going to share with you in this video are the 5 systems every soccer coach needs. Okay, so if you're running a business, then this video is for you and it's going to help you. So I would grab a pen and paper, make notes, and if you need more help or you need more support with your business, then reach out to me. The best way to do that is to book a free Calendly call with me below. Visit description. That is the best way to do it. So the first system is a simple weekly schedule. Okay. Now, having a weekly schedule is going to help you to become more organized. So what you want to do is you want to block out coaching, admin, planning, and personal time every single week. And you want to protect your calendar instead of reacting to it. So what I mean by this is you have to know on your schedule what time your sessions are. You have to know when you're going to be doing marketing, when you're going to be doing sales calls, then how long you're going to be planning your sessions or planning any upcoming events such as a camp or clinic. And also when during the week you can have some personal time for yourself. Okay. So I would recommend to any coach watching, don't go down the rabbit hole of looking to coach every single day from the morning till evening, because it's going to burn you out. And in the long term, it's not an efficient way to build a business. An efficient way to build a business is by creating systems such as a simple weekly schedule where you're blocking out certain times throughout the day and throughout the week for tasks that require your full attention. So your coaching sessions with your clients, your admin work, the planning of the sessions, and what times throughout the week are you going to have for your own personal time, okay? So that is the first system you need within your business. Now, the second system is repeatable session plans. So instead of creating every session from scratch, why don't you build a library of drills and complete session templates that you can adapt in minutes? So what I say to coaches is instead of continuously creating sessions from scratch, have a template or a base for each session. Okay. So I'll give you an example. A coach that I'm working with, his philosophy around his coaching business is possession based. So most of the sessions that he runs with clients, whether it be individual or in group, are focused on building the technical side of the game when players have the ball. So being comfortable on the ball, knowing how to pass, receive, play under pressure. So his philosophy is possession. Now, what he does is he will have 12 training sessions that he has for one-on-one and for small groups. What he does is he will repeat certain sessions when he needs to, and also he will adapt certain sessions when he needs to. So instead of maybe using the same session repeatedly, day on day, he will break down a 60-minute session and take one area of that session plan out and replace it with something new. So that way he's not spending hours upon hours of his own time creating new content and creating new session plans, right? This can be used, right? The time that he takes in creating sessions can be used for other things such as marketing your business, speaking to potential new players and parents, right? And getting your brand out there. You don't want to be spending hours upon hours every single week on just creating sessions, right? Make your sessions repeatable. Create anywhere between 12 to 14 sessions, or even 6 to 12 sessions to keep it simple at the beginning, and just adapt those sessions on a consistent basis, right? So that's the second system, repeatable session plans. Right, now the third one is automated booking and payments. So allowing parents to book and pay online will reduce back and forth messages and missed payments. So when Mrs. Jones gets in contact with you and wants to sign up for a camp or a clinic or one of your programs, the best thing to do is send them a link to your website or to a booking page where they can do that themselves, right? You don't want to be spending back and forth every single day with a parent, okay? Have a simple landing page where all the information of your program is there, how parents can sign up, how parents can pay for the program, and the step-by-step process parents need in order to register and get signed up to your program, okay? Make sure you're automating this type of system in this process. It's going to save you a lot of time. It's going to save you that back and forth with parents, right? And make sure you keep it simple, where the landing page has everything a parent will need, and they don't need to text you for information, right? They can land on a page and see, right, this is the cost of the program, this is the commitment, this is the steps we need to do, this is how we pay for the program, and this is how essentially we register, all right? Now, the fourth system is parent communication, okay? So setting expectations with one weekly update instead of responding to dozens individual questions, okay? So something that I've done within my business, something that coaches that I work with we help to implement, is essentially player and parent agreements. So when new parents join their coaching program, what they do is they sign an agreement at the beginning that they agree to the terms and conditions of your business. So some of them might be, make sure that they're showing up on time, make sure that their child is putting 100% effort in, making sure that all communication is done via one platform, and so forth. So all communication should be on a player and parent agreement, so that when parents join, they know exactly what your terms are, how they get in contact with you on a weekly basis, what day payments are going to be made, what happens if they need to contact you, and more, okay? So parent communication is key to maintaining clients, retaining clients, and ensuring that your business continues to grow and you're satisfying your clients in the long term, okay? So setting expectations from the beginning with a contract is the best and most simple way to set the standards from day one. Then on a weekly basis, if there's anything that is broken within that contract between you and the client, then that's something you can get on a call with them individually and discuss, okay? So parents shouldn't be messaging you really on a day-to-day basis. If they have a question that requires your attention, then they can even email you or they'll send you a message. But they know that if they email you or send you a question, you will get back to them when you can. Okay, you're not going back and forth with parents, and there is expectations in place. Okay, now the fifth system is player progress tracking. All right, so keeping simple notes after each session so you always know what to work on next without relying on memory. Okay, there's a number of ways that coaches are starting to implement this into their business. And we are going into an era now where there is lots of information. Technology is starting to be implemented in private coaching. And this is helping players to get more and more information about what they are doing well, what they need help with. So you as a coach, if you're growing your business, you're working with a lot of players, you need to keep track of what is going on. So if this is something you need help with, okay, contact me, visit description below. I'll be able to help you find certain ways that you can implement player progress tracking into your business. Okay. Again, this is something parents and players now really want and they really need. Okay. They want to see what the coach is thinking about their performances. They want to know what they need to do to get better. They want to know how the coach, what the coach is thinking. What can players do away from the pitch? What can they do on the pitch? Okay, and all of this comes down to player performance tracking or player progress tracking. So, coach, if you need any help with these 5 systems that you should have in your business, or you need help implementing them, right? I want you to get in contact with me. Visit description below. Calendly link is there. Book a free 15-minute call. We can jump on Zoom. I can see where you're at with your business. I can see where you want to get to, and I can show you a strategic action plan to get where you want to be. Okay. Thank you for watching. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest content. I'll see you on the next one.